We're at Suc Dol Hot Springs campsite. This is pretty much the extent of it. There are, I think, maybe 16 spots, possibly 17, plus a camp host and a path that takes you to the actual hot springs. All right, so here's the struggle. Sol Duc Hot Springs does not have any Wi-Fi capabilities. They don't have Wi-Fi that is public for use. They don't have any cell reception, and there are too many trees to put up the Starlink. And we tried to put up the Starlink, and the most you can really do is receive text, but sending a text is a struggle. Also, you can get a couple of emails, but sending emails back is a struggle. So we are pulled over at a salmon hatchery where we have like a little bit of cell service. We are trying to run our phones as the hotspot, and I'm trying to upload a video for you guys. So in the process, you guys might remember when you're watching this, if you are a longtime subscriber, where one of our videos was late. This is the reason. We were in the mountains high up in the Olympic range and came down from the mountains and went into the rainforest, and there's no service in the rainforest or up on the Olympic range. We did have a quick realization that we should have put the Starlink out when we were up at the top of the mountain, like at the highest point at like 5,000 feet. That would have given us super fast internet. Didn't even think about it. Too busy eating sandwiches and talking to you guys, not blaming you. I've been at 47% for the last at least 4 minutes. So this may take a while. I'm getting text messages though. All right, so video's taking a lot longer to upload than we expected, probably because we barely get any service down this road. So what we're gonna do is go on a hike. Ready to hike?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm so bored. I'll wait forever for this video to upload.
Like somebody, an adult who gets bored still.
I think a lot of adults get bored.
No, they just call it life. You're just like, oh, life is life. And
okay, so we just pulled off while we wait for this video to upload. We are just gonna do this old growth loop, and this sign just tells you about how old the trees are here. So pretty cool. Let's check it out. What do you think about this walk through this old growth forest, Bill?
it is really nice. This feels like it's enchanted. I don't even know how forest can be enchanted, but it feels like this one is.
Yeah, this one's very enchanted.
Like if you hold your hand out, something's gonna land on it and start talking to you.
Like a little fairy.
Yeah, don't go that way. That way leads straight to the castle.
Look at this tiny mushroom. It's so tiny. It's the tiniest.
Back from that hike, I rated a solid 7.
Ooh, yeah, 7. I give it 7 as well.
There's a lot of people out there, and it wasn't really that far, so solid 7.
Solid 7.
But right now, We are going to go to lunch. Go to lunch at the hot springs.
Sol Duc Hot Springs Resort area. They have a restaurant just where you go to the hot springs. We're gonna eat lunch there.
Have you ever eaten lunch and smelled farts at the same time?
Yeah, the hot springs does have quite a pungent sulfur smell.
One time, JJ and I took a trip to Chile. So she booked us regular tickets. We were splitting the responsibilities. I was like, I'll find us somewhere to stay. You get the tickets. We sat in the very, very back of the plane where like your knees, we're short and our knees were touching the seat in front of us. And the whole way, the person in front of us just kept farting. So we had to sit with our knees in our chest and smell farts. That was the last time I let JJ buy a plane ticket for us.
Well, I didn't see the option where you could select a no fart seat.
Yeah, it's called the front of the plane.
Limited menu.
Okay. We are back in the RV eating. We're back in the RV eating because the restaurant had a limited menu, and by limited, it had like
Soup and salad?
yeah, it just was like soup and salad and like a couple of burgers. And they had an equipment failure, so they were even limited to that. So they had a super limited menu. They weren't going to be open until 4:30. So we came back. JJ hooked up some eggs, some beans, avocado, jalapeno, some tomatoes. It looks fresh and delicious. I won't. Okay, focus on it. Here we go. It looks fresh and delicious. Very colorful. Probably just gonna eat this now, have some salads later, and then just chill out. Don't get service. There's no TV, and we're limited to what we had. But I had an audiobook downloaded that came recommendations from JJ, and so far it is. Mwah.
Tell them what it is.
Oh, it's James, written from the story of Jim from Huck Finn, and it is pretty much Jim's tale of their adventure and then his own adventure. And by adventure, I mean
Survival.
I'm gonna just keep doing this. It's just there's a twist from his perspective where it's just all code switching and communicating, and it's pretty good. We got time, so we're getting in another hike.
They're trying to get a bird to come onto their finger.
That's pretty cool. We got time to go for another hike. So we're trying this video upload one last time before we just give up. But we're here at Sol Duc Falls.
It's a cougar frequented area. You gotta be careful. Solo hiking not advised, so I'm bringing my boo with me. Everybody knows that when you're in cougar country, you bring your friend with you that you can push over.
Oh, I'm a friend now. Okay, bye y'all.
You're more than a friend.
I got friends.
You're a best friend.
I got friend zoned while RVing. Ain't this about a... Tell your jacket to be quiet. We're out here in nature.
Sorry.
had dinner, which essentially was just like late lunch.
Yeah. It was like a dinner.
Had dinner, listened to our books, and let our food settle. And now we are slowly making our way to the hot springs. So it might look like we have the same thing on above, but below, all
Totally
party,
different.
ready to party.
Totally different.
Other than it smelling like farts, not sure what to expect from this hot spring.
Yeah. Definitely the farts I know for sure. Other than that, I think it's just like a big pool. Like,
Real
it's just
cliffhanger of a
big
statement.
hot tub. But yeah, we're at Sol Duc Hot Springs. I don't know if it's Sol Duc or Sol Duc. I think it's Sol Duc. Sol Duc Hot Springs.
We'll look up the
Here in
pronunciation.
Olympic National Park. It's a natural hot spring. That's all I know. It smells like farts. We're gonna put our bodies into it.
All these lockers are taken. I didn't even know there are many people out there. I finally found one. Looks like I'm the only one with the lock, but I'll be that guy. We're on our walk from the Sol Duc Hot Springs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on record and say I hated it. Listen, okay, hating it is such a strong word. I'm gonna go on record and say I disliked it. Listen, this is the 5th hot spring that we've been to. We've even gone to hot springs in Iceland, and this is probably the weirdest one.
And the dirtiest one.
Oh, it's filthy.
It's really dirty.
It's like everything.
You see like all these skin pieces floating around in there.
You see skin cells floating, or skin pieces floating in the water. There's dirty leaves. There's like mulch and all types of chum in there. There's Band-Aids all over the ground. The locker rooms are filthy and like everything's wet and gross.
It's
There's like
really crowded.
and then the staff, there was just like a guy with gloves on who was just like pacing, not cleaning, didn't have anything in his hand. He was just like pacing and staring at people. So I think his job is just a fish. Remember the t-shirt that was just like FBI?
Female body inspector. Is that the one?
Yeah. That's it. That felt like that was his job. He just
Pretty
walked.
sure they still sell those on Canal Street.
It was crazy because like he walked around with gloves on, and he came in the men's locker room a few times, and he just like paced and like looked at everybody. And then when I saw him again, he was in the hallway pacing. And then when I looked again, he just didn't have gloves on, and he was just like pacing. And I was just like, what is he waiting for people to leave? Because I'm the only one in the locker room at one point, and I don't know what he's cleaning because everything is gross. Even in Colorado, the hot springs that we went to is 4 times bigger and way clean, way more clean.
I would say from here on out, unless I'm in like Iceland or Japan, only hot springs that I'm going to are like natural hot springs, like naturally occurring in the river that you have to hike to.
See, JJ didn't come with us when me, Brett, and Whitney, shout out Brett and Whitney, went to the hot springs in Colorado. That one was really nice, and we are headed to Colorado later in the year. I'm going to bring JJ.
I can't wait.
It's really nice.
I would not recommend this.
Towels
You
are,
can skip. If you come to Olympic, you can skip Sol Duc.
it's $20 to get in. Towels are $5. And then once you get in, there are just 2 small pools, one hotter than the other, both very crowded, and then a very large like swimming pool that's very cold.
Yeah. Which is maybe nice in the summertime, I don't know. But I mean we tried to enjoy ourselves.
It was, yeah, I mean, yeah.
It was fine. But like I would not come here again.
Good experience.
Yeah.
All right, well, somebody is very angry right now because we took his toy. And unfortunately, his toy was an actual mouse. And he is looking for it right now. Sorry if we love animals. We would have captured it and put it outside. We did not know there was a mouse in here. Waffles made a loud thump, which is unusual for Waffles, except for when he's on the hunt. And we looked, he was just trotting back to us with a mouse in his mouth. And he didn't bring it up as like a gift, but like he came back here because this is where he hangs out and was just like, I'm trying to play. And we looked, and unfortunately it wasn't moving. he had it for a while, I guess. And nature is gonna nature, so we toss it outside for the next animal who can actually eat the mouse, so that it doesn't go into a trash can. And then no one gets to eat it. So I'm sure there's a bird or a raccoon, owl, something's gonna pick it up. But Waffles is on the prowl. He just left again to go, all right, well, now I gotta get a new toy. Are we not playing with Waffles enough? Good morning. Good morning, and what's up? Okay, no, good morning. This is our second day here in Sol Duc Hot Springs Campground. We are leaving. We haven't had internet service. We've been listening to ebooks and jazz music while hanging out in the back of Steve RV. And
staring into space.
It's been pretty nice. It actually has been pretty nice.
Yeah, it's been really relaxing.
The hot springs were but you know, all in a good experience. The hikes were fun. They were short and they were fun and they were beautiful. Now we're taking off and we have 3 options. One option's not likely. It is we're gonna check into our campsite that we're going to. Second option is we go to the coast, look at some rocky beaches, or the third option is we go to the whole rainforest. Vacation JJ is still in effect. I don't know if you could tell by this energy. She got big, loose dad energy. I feel like I'm someone's child that she has to watch for the weekend. She got weekend custody of me, and we're going to do all of the things dad wants to do so she can make sure that I start to love them. Oh my God. All right. So we're going to head out. We still don't have service, so we don't know where we're going. So we're just going to drive the direction that we knew we came from and